Recording in progress.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So, last session we discussed about ordered list. You tried that example, able to do it. So, we learned about, I asked you to try like some question. Under this, you can have some options like this. C, D, like this options, how to define nested. So, were you able to design like this? Right. So here, actually, to create such list, we are defining here first one. So we are configuring a ordered list. In that, we are adding a list item. And this list item is having some question one. Some question one we are defining. And under that, we need some options. Then we use another ordered list. We'll have list item. And here we are defining, suppose option one and another list item, option two, list item option three, and list item option four. So that's how we are defining. Similarly, another list item we will have. This is question two, and we have four options. The second order list type we will keep as A. Here also type as A. Usually the appearance for this will be in this way. That's how it looks like. Then we need to divide these into two columns. How to do that? So in order to access this, both are ordered list only. In order to access this, we have to put a class. We will put a class as, suppose, inner list. And the same class we will use for the second one also. What is it? Inner list. That is ordered list. Why we cannot use ordered list directly? Because same ordered list is used at higher level and lower level. So in the style, what you have to do now, dot inner list. This is referring to ordered list inside. What we have to do here, we have to use columns. Columns, how many? Two. Two. That will keep the items arranged in this way. That's how we need to define. So this is the task I asked you to try. So how we can create such lists and define. If you want A, B side by side, then you have to use display grid. If you want continuous, then you have to use columns. This is the simple option, and this is the task I asked you to try yesterday. This is example I am giving. If anybody unable to do, see this and try. This is about how do we define ordered list. Next important, after knowing ordered list, we have unordered list. Unordered list, so it is similar to ordered list, but have a symbol instead of number. We'll have a symbol instead of number, and UL is used for list and LI is used for list item. That is general concept here. UL is used for list and LI for list item. And one more important here syntactically, we have to write UL. Same we have LI. This is item 1 and this is item 2, like this, and close UL. Now you can define symbol type as, you can define symbol type as, only 3 options are there: disk, square and circle. Only 3 are there. That means you can add like this: unordered list type is equal to disk or square or circle. Like this you can define. You can configure symbol. You have 3 symbols. You can define disk, square or circle like symbols. Generally in websites, you will see lot of symbols like hand symbol, star symbols. Those are not possible with HTML directly. We have to use some CSS. Here you can give only 3 symbols: disk, square and circle. If you want any another symbol or other options to use, you have to do that by using CSS. So let's see same options. Yes. Is there any problem now?
Classes.
It's fine. You said that, right? Huh? Is it convenient there for you? Is it convenient there for you? वहाँ convenient है ना तुम्हें? बैठने में convenient है, दिख रहा है? No issues ना? Then don't worry about others. Huh? Right. If you are feeling any difficulty, not convenient, then you can take. Huh? Yeah. So here we have these 3 options: disk, square and circle. These are the 3 different options. Means how we can configure, right? Now, how we define, this is how we need to configure. And let's change this now. We will see here how to define ordered list and unordered list. You have unordered list and we have list item, suppose some HTML, list item, some CSS, list item, some bootstrap like this. You can see it is going to have this symbol. Now this is symbol, bullet symbols. If you want to change that symbol, you can add here type is equal to, we can say circle. Circle will have, so type circle. Where is it? Right, type. Unordered list type is circle. So it is showing circle. You can put another option like you can keep this as a square. You can use square. It will get that square symbol. By default, it is having disk. It is having disk. Only 3 symbols are there. Now, generally we see various symbols on internet. Hand symbol, pen symbols. Those are all done with CSS. HTML don't have that facility. HTML can provide only few symbols. Others we have to do by using CSS. We can create our own images and put them. Or generally in many websites, they don't use directly list items symbols. They put individual. That means, so here I will show you one example first. This is example. I'll just give you that disk. Yeah. Now the question here is, so the frequently asked question is how to set custom bullet. How to set custom bullet. Custom bullet means our own bullet symbol. How do we set custom bullet? We have to do by using CSS attribute. So CSS attribute, you can put bullet. How? For example, see. So here we are using type disk, remove. By default it is disk. Here we can use unordered list. We have an attribute called list style image. We have to use list style image. By using list style image, you can put any image, your own image. Usually list style image uses URL. URL is path. So where that image is there, I already told you, you have to create those images and keep them in your project folder only. You should not access from any another location. So generally what we do here, see, we will go to our images folder. We created one images folder. In that we will add a new file by name, suppose bullet dot. Generally for bullets we use GIF, GIF. In the next session I will explain when to use GIF, when to use JPG, what is GIF, what is JPG. Different types of images we are going to learn in the next session. As of now, for icons, what is the best one? Icons, shortcut icons. What should be the extension? ICO. For bullets, we have to use GIF. Why? We are going to learn in the next stage, right? Here use GIF. Currently image is not ready. You have to design. How to design shortcut icon? Same. That means open in File Explorer. Now open this bullet symbol, right click and open with Paint. And here I told you bullet symbols also must be small. Small means what you have to do? Set the size, Control E will open settings in MS Paint. Settings is nothing but size. I will give 32 into 32. So width and height 30 to 32 pixels. I told you that icons, bullets can be little larger also, but large bullets usually we don't have. That means symbol are small. So use as much small as possible, right? So here I am giving 32 into 32, a small image is there. Now I need to design, suppose here I am creating a simple bullet symbol like a star. I am taking this bullet symbol and I am adding that here. So I will add a bullet symbol like this, just roughly. And I will fill up with some color. I will add some color. And let's save this now. I will save the bullet symbol. This is the original size of bullet symbol. I saved the bullet symbol, it is ready. Just like favorite icon. Now I need to use this for the page. Here URL, it comes from which folder? Images. In images, bullet.gif. Now you can see that will come here. Even 32 is very large. According to that, you need to adjust your font size also. That means for unordered list, I will give font size. I will give as 34 font size. Then it will be little pixels. Yeah, it will be little large. You need to adjust accordingly. Now, this is our own bullet symbol. You can draw any symbol. You can copy from online websites, hand symbols, different will be there. You can adjust the size and set them in smaller and use them as your bullet symbols. These bullet symbols can be even animated, just like blinking, like rotating. So many kinds of bullet symbols will be there. Online you can search. So bullet icon GIFs online, you will get a lot of symbols, animated symbols. You can copy them into your project and you can use them. So actually here, say in images, so we have bullet icons, icon GIF files. Bullet icon GIF files, you can see different are there. You see arrow bullet points, SVG bullet point, animated GIF, icon transparent, categories are there. If you go to animated category, lot of animated will come here. These are so many animated. You select this, the animated type will be here. That means just some are animated colors, bullet points. Yeah. You see, almost they have given GIF type. They are giving the GIF type. You can see these are animated GIF type. This is PNG file. GIF files will be having some animations. This is, you can see the color is changing. Animated GIF. These are animated GIF files will be there. You can download, you can copy them and you can use them. I have shown you how to create our own. You can see these are all bullet icons. These are various bullet icons. So you can use these icons. Suppose you want hand symbol, you can copy that and you can use as bullet icon. So how do we? Very simple. How do you use? Syntactically, wherever unordered list is there, we have to define list style image. List style image, what you have to do, you have to define URL. URL, you can configure images. In that, your icon name bullet.gif, like this you can define the images. That is basically, you can sit here. Right. So these are the bullet images, different types of icons. Now in interviews or many times one doubt or a question will come, can we define various bullet icons for single list? Various bullet icons for single list. Can we define various bullet icons for single list? That means list is only one. Every item should have a different icon. So it's not possible. It's not possible. But usually sometimes you see different icons in a list. They are done in a different way. So bullet list is to give a uniform appearance. If anyone have a doubt like first item, one icon, second item, another icon, you have to manually do that. Through list, you cannot manage. Icons in single list, you have to manually define. How? For example, you see, already we done that. If you remembered, we created a social bar, am I right? We created a social bar, and here suppose Flipkart. In Flipkart, when I open this more, you can see this is list. In that we have notifications, customer care, advertise, download app, and every item have a different icon. Every item have a different icon. You can see every item have a different icon. That's the reason sometimes I design a unordered list like this. This is not unordered list. This is not unordered list. What they have done, they used an unordered list but removed the bullets, and for every list item they used individual icons. Individual icons. That means how to do, for example, so how we can create that. This is another example. Let me copy this. This is an example for how to create a custom symbol. Okay. How do we create a custom symbol? Okay. Now we have another option. We cannot give different. In order to give different, you need like this. I will remove this, and I will add a simple unordered list. In unordered list, we have list item. So here we say Facebook. Another list item. So here we say some LinkedIn like this. So, and we have another, so Instagram. Like this, we are adding some options. Now we want these, I will say some notifications. Okay. Now I want these bullet symbols there here. Yeah. Now you can see these are the list items. First, whatever list items are there, we want to remove them. Means those bullet symbols we have to remove. So here, another option is how to remove or numbering for list. How to remove bullet or numbering for list. So by using style. So if you are using unordered list or ordered list and you don't want numbering, you have to just use list style as none. If you put list style as none, then numbering and symbol will not be there. Actually, many times we use a list without numbering and symbol because we want a list, but numbering and symbol should not be there. So in that case, we have to remove the numbering by using bullets. You have to remove like this. So what we have to do here, we have unordered list. First, list style as none. If I keep list style none, it is removed. There is no symbol for that. Now what we do, in order to use individual icons, you know that you have to link relation is equal to style sheet, and link href is equal to, it is present in dot dot slash node modules bootstrap icons font bootstrap icons dot css. Now here we have to apply that. Now here we will put a span or actually for this list item I am applying a class. What is the class? bi Facebook. I am using it. Then it will display like this. That for this list item we have to use a class bi LinkedIn, and we have the class bi Instagram, and here we have class bi Bell, and you can see those will come. And you can maintain some items, list item, every list item margin bottom I am giving 20 pixel, some gap. That's how we can create a list with different icons. So unordered list cannot have different icons, either all same icons or all same type of numbering. Every item cannot have a different symbol, but usually we see such, and such things can be easily designed with the combination of bootstrap icons we can do. So this is an answer for this question actually. So can we define various bullet icons for single list? No, it's not possible. So you can define using bootstrap icons. So you can define using bootstrap icons. By using bootstrap icons, it is possible. So how it is possible? Example is this. By using bootstrap icons, we can define, and for that, let me paste this example. This is the example that we designed. So in this, what we have done, we have attached bootstrap icons, CSS, and for every list item, we are applying a class. Every list item is applied with a class, then it will work fine, right? That's how we define. So this is the ordered list and unordered list. Now another question is, can we define nested unordered list? Nested unordered list, yes, it is possible. That means you can have a nested unordered list also. That means within the list, another list. You can have nested, no problem. So that means you can create a nested unordered list with combination of various symbols. That means what you do here, nested unordered list means, so let's remove this now. Yep. So I'm here simply defining list item, suppose electronics, another list item, some footwear. Now under this, inside it, electronics, you can have another unordered list will have a list item. Suppose mobiles, some watch, like this. You can see it can be nested. You can have different type, right? And very important is you can create. So you can also create nested assorted list. You can also create nested assorted list. Assorted means combination of all, ordered, unordered, everything is assorted. So that means you can have number, symbols, combination. You can use an assorted list. Assorted list means what? Same. For example, first item I given as OL. That means the first one will be 1, 2, second one will be symbol. right? You can have combination. Suppose inside this mobile, again UL or OL, this time type is equal to A. In that list item, suppose Samsung, like this, like some Realme. So you can see it will display like this. We can have an assorted list, combination of both ordered and unordered. You can put your own symbols and you can define. This is example. This is the combination of ordered and unordered list. This is example. This is one simple point how we can create the list. So ordered list and unordered list. Now you can apply same. If I want scrollable list, you can prepare a scrollable list. If I want multiple columns, you can apply display grid or columns. All concepts are same like ordered list. Here only one new thing you have to know, how to keep your own symbols, how to keep style image, and how to keep different symbols for different items. These are all the combinations. Okay. This is ordered and unordered list. So summary, we have two things. Ordered list, OL. So unordered list, UL. And list items, list item is LI. That is the point here, right? And list type can be one, so A, Roman letters, and it can be so circle, it can be disk, it can be square. All these are the list type. You can have list start, right? You can define list start. List start is defined by using what? Start. We have a list reversed, right? We defined by using reverse. By using reversed attribute, we are giving reverse. And we have nested list. How to create a nested list, and a list in multiple columns, and a list with custom symbols. Another one, list without numbering and bullets. All these are the points we learned. So how do we create ordered list, unordered list items, how to use various list types, how to start the list, how to reverse the list, how to create nested list, how to distribute into multiple columns, how to add our own symbols, and how we can define list without numbering and bullet. One more also we learned, scrollable list, so that you can scroll the list and view the items if there are many items, right? That is, these are all about ordered and unordered list. Next important in HTML, after knowing ordered and unordered list, we have to learn HTML text formatting. HTML text formatting. We have to learn how to format the text. Actually, text formatting is nothing but changing the appearance of text. So text formatting includes so many things like font, it includes color, it includes font style, it includes font effects. All these comes under text format. Text formatting includes font, color, style, and effects. Suppose you are using MS Word, WordPad, Notepad like things. You know, you can change the appearance of text with a lot of things. Font means, I will show you. Font, color, style, effects, these are all under the concept of text formatting. Why you need this? Because browsers cannot show the text in the same way how you written in editor. So in editor, you written in one style, in browser, it will change. So that is the reason we need to present it properly. For that first important option, we have font. So HTML font element is used to configure. So three things. One is face, another one size, another one color. Font is used for three things: font face, font size, and font color. So here the first option, actually face is face. It defines the font family. It defines the font family name. Font family name will be like Arial, like Times New Roman. All these are font family. So many will be there. All these are font families. So many will be there, I will tell you. That is actually face. Size is nothing but it defines the text size. Text size from 1 to 7 levels only supported. Headings are supported 1 to 6. Font is supported 1 to 7 levels. And we have color. Color is nothing but it defines color name or hexacode. You know hexacode. Already we learned hexacode, text, color, and hexacode. So font have these three things. So syntactically, we write like this: font will have face, font will have size, and font will have color. And your text and close the font. That's how you have to define the font. Font face, font size, and font color. Let's see how to use them, how we can define them. Actually, you are having some text. Suppose I am giving here some text. I am giving a heading, and this is text formatting in HTML. Okay, this is the text we have. Text. I want to change the text appearance. Then what you can do is you can enclose this text inside font. That is the font. As of now, there is no difference there because font have an attribute face. Face indicates what should be the font family. There are so many font families. You can apply any. But you should be very careful. Capitalization, spellings, names, they are reserved. You have to use those reserved names. If you want to know what font families are supported on your computer, you can open control panel. You have Windows control panel. In the control panel, you will find fonts category. You go to the fonts category on control panel. You will find these are all the font family names actually. These are all font family names. There are so many font families here. And you can see these are all the font family names. Suppose I am giving the font family here, you use only this name, brush script empty, not italic required. So Broadway, that's it. So Britannic bold. Suppose I am writing here the family name, brush script empty. That is the font face. And you can see the font face change. We can change the character appearance. So by default, you have some different, suppose I am giving some Arial, I am defining, it will be in this. I am writing some, so what is it? Another one we saw, Broadway. And you can see it will display like this. It changes the character appearance. Remember, you can change for single character, you can change for single word, you can change for sentence, paragraph, because it depends on where you ended. Suppose I said, I am writing here, brush, script, empty. Many times people ask, can I apply to letter? You can apply anywhere. Just it depends on where you end. That means this font ends here. If that font ends after T, understood? If that font ends after T, then it will be only for the T. Right? So if it ends after the word XT, text, then it will be only for that. It depends on where you start, where you end. You can apply for word, you can apply for character, you can apply for sentence, you can apply for paragraph, you can apply for entire page. That means you start at the body start, end at the body end, it will apply everywhere. That depends on where you end, Here we are defining, so the font face. So font face is defined like this. So syntactically, I am writing here. So this is the example I will give. That is one option. The font face, this is example, right? That is the example I defined, how we can apply font face. Now, in many interviews, this question is asked. This is, remember, almost in all interviews of web development, they ask this. Even at experience level also. The question is, what are web safe fonts? This is very common question in all interviews, web development interviews, from fresher to experience level, everywhere this question is asked. What are web safe fonts means? The question is simple actually. I am using brush, script, empty. Now you will go home and you will see in your laptop, you will not find this. In some laptops, in some computers, you will not find the font which I have on my PC. So because fonts are installed extra, that means many people install fonts. Suppose you go to DTP people who do DTP work. DTP work means visiting cards, wedding cards, the design pamphlets and all, right? What you will see regularly is when you are using these, generally, you will find that they have some special character styles which are not available in your computer. Why? Because they install and they use them additionally. Some people even purchase company fonts, and these DTP people have to purchase those fonts and install them in their computer. You see banners, advertisements everywhere. All these people have to purchase fonts. So when they purchase fonts, usually what happens, those are available on only their machines. They are not available to everyone. Now, a font is available on my PC and I used it and designed. And you are watching on your PC because it is internet. You designed in one computer, we are watching on another computer. And if that font is not available in my computer, then it will not display in the same way how you design. That means the fonts will not display in the same way how they designed it. Because in order to watch like that, your computer also must have the same fonts. Now in interviews, the question is, web safe font means web safe fonts are the fonts available to every device. Web safe fonts are the fonts available to every device. That means in the world of computers and electronic devices, these fonts are compulsory. You can't even delete them. They are standard. And what are those? Those are called web safe fonts. And what are those fonts? The web safe fonts are, we have sans serif, we have serif, we have monospace. These are standard. In any computer in the world, in any electronic device in the world, these three will be there. Out of these three, any one is compulsory, and there is no chance of deleting them. You can't even delete them. Generally, some fonts can be deleted. You can add fonts, uninstall fonts. But these are the fonts, they cannot be deleted also. That means it's guarantee that every computer in the world have these three fonts. Mandatory. They will have monospace, they will have monospace. Monospace, they will have sans serif and serif. 100%. That means you may not find brush script empty in your computer, but it will be available with monospace or serif or sans serif. So what is the meaning? Meaning is nothing but you used a special font and that font is not available on his computer, then automatically it will change into these fonts. Either it is serif or it is sans serif or it is monospace. So the first priority is given to serif. Actually, better I should write like this. First is this. Second priority is for sans serif, second. And this is for third. This is monospace. That is the priority levels. That means first it will change to serif. If any script like fonts are coming, then it will go to sans serif. If both are not there, then it will go to monospace. So web safe fonts means the fonts which are available to all devices. So as a web developer, remember, you should not use rare fonts which are not available to others. You should use the fonts which are common. If you are using rare fonts, then make sure that those fonts are installed in his computer when he tries to open that website. For that, you need to learn concept like Bootstrap, how to use fonts, how to import, export them and use them. Technically, this is the point about what are web safe fonts. This is related to which option? Face. Similarly, now you have font sizes, different size. Because heading have a default size, heading is having default size. I remove that heading. Then actually, I will keep this text formatting in HTML. Okay, this is the original size. This is the original size. Actual size is this one. It's very small. That is the original size of text. So this is the default size. I will give font face as Arial. So it looks normal. This is the original size. So if you want to adjust the size, you can define another option. You can give font, you can define size is equal to, you can give from 1 to 7. Font size can be given from 1 to 7. And actually default is 3. That means if you give 3, you will not see any change because default it is 3. And not like heading. Actually, here one more point. So 1 to 7 size increases. 1 to 7 size increases. Actually 1 to 6 size decreases in heading. Here 1 to 7 size increases. That means the large is 7. This is only through font. If you want more than 7, then you have to write with styles. With HTML, how many levels you can define? 7. 7. That means you can see here, I can define here font size. Font size, I can give 7. 7 is the maximum size. And I am giving some 9 or 8. Now it is not changing. The max size is 7. So you can give up to maximum 7 levels. If you want more than that, then you have to go with font size in styles. You have to apply through CSS. That is font face, another one size. And same as I told you, you can apply individually for every word or every character, right? For every word, every character, you can define size. You can even define the color. Suppose, see here, suppose I am writing, I'm using font. So N, okay. I'm using like this. So I'm writing the font NET, Netflix. Yeah. So I'm writing like this. I'm writing like this. And see, we are not using any break here. If we are not using any break, they will be side by side. If you are not using any break, they will be side by side on. So now what we are doing here, so this size I defined as suppose 6. And here size I defined as some 5. Here size I defined as suppose 4. And again I defined the size as 5. So here I defined the size as 6. So here I defined the size as suppose 7, or say here 2, 6 we will give, 2, 5 we will give. Here also 2, 6 I am defining. Right, this is also 5 and this is 6. Like this I am defining, then usually the size will be like this. That means we are defining the size, font size like this. So you define, suppose I said 5, so 5, 4, I am gradually decreasing, actually 5, 4 like this, then it will display in this way. We can increase, decrease every character. We can set for every character, suppose I say color is equal to red. Here color is equal to blue, green. So here color is equal to some yellow, and same color is equal to green. So, and color is equal to blue, and here color is equal to red. And here it will display different colors. That means we can have individually every color defined for character, different size and different characters. That depends on how you want to apply, right? You can have every character, every paragraph individually defined. This is option. In this we have font size, we have font color. If we want, we can use font face. Every character can have a different face. But I kept the same font face available there and you are using this. This is the font related options. How to define the font and options. So in HTML, this is first option, font. Next we have font styles. The first one is font. The second one is font styles. Font contains 3 things: face, size, another one color. Font styles, actually, font styles means we have bold. Bold is defined by using B and by using strong. We have italics. So italics. So we have I and we have EM, emphasize. So emphasize. And we have this is font style. These are font style. We have bold and another option. We have font effects. Font effects, we have underline. Underline is defined with U, and you have INS. And strike out. Strike out. We have strike and del. These two options are there. We have superscript. We have SUP. We have subscript. So we have SUB. These are the font styles and effects. We call them bold italic comes under font style, font effects, underline, strikeout, superscript, subscript. These comes under font effects. Here again, so many questions are there actually. For bold, you can use B, you can also use strong. Then the question is, what is difference between bold and strong? Why you have two things, what is bold and what is strong, right? That means you need to understand what is the difference between bold and strong. Both are looking bold only. For example, see now, I am writing some sentence here. I am using the font style B. B is bold, is similar to strong. That is strong word, right? Like this. So for bold, I am using B. For strong, I am using strong. You can see both look same. That means bold and strong, both. Obviously, in interviews, they ask this question, right? The question is, so what is difference between B and strong? Similarly, there are other also, italic and emphasize also, same. What is difference between B and strong? So actually, so visually both are same. Visually both are same. There is no change between bold and strong. Visually both are same, then why you have two options with two different names? Actually, the answer for this is the bold and strong depends on documentation technique. Documentation techniques. Documentation technique means, see, I will show you one small concept. This is MS Word. I hope you know everybody MS Word. MS Word, this is a software used for drafting documents. So here I am writing some sentence here. Suppose, welcome to HTML. It is a markup language. Like this, I am adding some content. So it is used for presentation like this. Now I designed a letter or a resume or a document. Now I saved it and I went away. Somebody opened it and made some changes in it. Is there any possibility that I can know where he made the changes? I designed a document, saved and went away. Somebody opened it, made some changes in it. Hundreds of pages are there. He made some changes here and there and went away. Is there any possibility that I can know where the changes made? Yes, we can. We can know. What do you think? You know complete MS Word? Huh? After all, you know only 1-2% of MS Word. 1-2% only. Right? You after all know only 1-2% of MS Word or Excel. You know Excel software na? You have MS Excel na? This is Excel software. If I ask you, how many days it will take to me to learn this software? Approximately, maximum. 1 month, 15, 20 days. There is 4 years diploma in Excel. After all 1 month, what you will know? There is 4 years diploma in Excel. 4 years diploma in Excel. In our software companies, we have Excel DBA specialists. Their salary 15, 20 lakhs per annum starting. And they are Excel developer designers. Excel, MS Excel. Lot of finance management is done through Excel. You may be thinking like Java, .NET, Python, full stack. These are the people, software people. No, we have more professional people than these people. Highly paid people than these people in software companies. These people are nothing before them. These are only technical consultants. We have functional consultants. Their salary starts with minimum 12 lakhs, 14 lakhs. Minimum starts. We have functional content because those people manage business. You are after all designers, developers, Java developer, .NET developer. These are the least people in software companies. We have functional designers, functional technical people will be there, functional. These people manage business, and for projects, business is important. And for a project, business is important, not coding. Coding is secondary. Business is the primary. That is the reason in software companies, there are so many such profiles that you will not dare to touch. You will not dare to touch. You even don't know about them. Why? Because those are for only domain experience people. Domain experience people means, for example, you are learning Java, .NET or full stack or anything. Now, if a company have to take you, they will not see what background you have. Like you electrical engineer, electronics engineer, right? So, or you be civil engineer or graduate in computers, graduate in commerce. Anybody is eligible as Java developer, .NET developer, PHP developer. Anybody is suitable. But for business softwares, hey, you heard about SAP, you know SAP? For such softwares, every profile background people are not suitable. They need domain experience. That means SAP have FICO. Only finance background people only can join that course and learn it. Even you learned it, there is no use. Companies will not take you. Understood? Software courses, many courses are in such a way, they need correct domain experience. Otherwise, you are not eligible. For Java, .NET, PHP, Python, all these web development, all these, we don't care about background. That means you may belong to any background, it's okay. But for some softwares in software company, background is very important. That means you learned a finance software. You learned a finance software. You doesn't belong to finance background. How you will manage? That means people who done their MBA finance, MBA HR, for them separate softwares are there. And those softwares are only for those people. If anybody others learns them also, time waste, because companies will not take. They will not take. Right? That is very important. Even today, you done your BSc or you done your engineering civil and you go to any MNCs for interviews, they will ask like, means you learned some web technology. The first question they will ask, you belong to civil engineer, why you learned software? That is the first question they will ask. Even today, you have to get prepared for that answer. You have to get prepared for that answer. They will not object. They will just ask you why you done engineering civil and why you came to software. Right? Why you came here? And they will not say that I will reject you because of this. He will test your skills. He is satisfied with your skills. He is ready to take, but he still have a doubt why you came. engineering? Why you have learnt automobile? Why you have learnt electronics? So something else. And why you came here? So this question, 100 to 100% get prepared to this. In every interview they ask it, right? You need to prepare with good answer for that. They will ask in every interview, but they will not object. If you have good skills, they will take you, but they have this question. They want to listen some reasonable answer from you, right? They are not concerned about that, but in some softwares they are very much concerned. That means background, this qualification only can do this software. You heard about SaaS, SAP, Ariba, like such softwares are there. They are suitable only certain frame, not for everybody, right? That is the reason the softwares that you are using are very huge. You know, only 5-2% in that. MS Word, Excel, these are very huge. Do you know? We purchase MS Office. You know it? That means you will get free MS Office with your laptops when you buy. But actually business, those people buy MS Office. 7,000, 8,000, 16,000, it's cost. They buy MS Office. Why they have to buy? Because to use all such features. Do you know MS Word have audio recognition? That means speech typing. You dictate, you know, you don't know, right? So, but it have that facility. That means it can read and it can read loud. It can you can dictate, it will type. In that case, after all, if it is not providing me the facility to know where the changes are made, then it's not good. I will not purchase it. So this is a very basic thing, and MS Word have that. For example, see, there is a review menu, right? We have a review menu. I go to review menu, and here I say track changes. In the track changes, I will say track changes. That means I will turn on tracking. You can even put password that everybody cannot open. Only few people can open. You can put passwords, right? Actually, now track changes, you see, somebody is typing. When somebody is typing, so welcome to here like this. It will highlight. Somebody is deleting, then it will put strikeout. That means now currently document is in review mode. We call this review mode. Review mode means you designed and somebody is verifying. Somebody is making changes. When in review mode, they made some changes. When you open, you can easily see them. Remember, you can make this in such a way that they are making changes, but they don't know that it is highlighting. We can hide that. Currently highlighting is shown. We can hide highlighting. That means they will feel like they are editing. But when you open, it can show all the changes. After you open, you see there is a reject button. There is an accept button. I say reject all changes in document. Whatever changes made, gone. That means anybody make changes, we don't care. We can accept, we can reject. So why I came here to tell you about this in MS Word? Because documentation contains two modes, design mode, review mode. Understood? Every document have two modes, design mode and review mode. Design mode means you are preparing. Review mode means somebody is verifying. Web pages also have two modes, design mode, review mode. Web documents, hypertext document, HTML means hypertext document. So web pages also two modes are there. One design mode, another review. You designed a page, it will go to review. Your review team will be there. That team will verify. The team will verify according to requirements you designed or not. And they have to tell you some changes. Then how they tell the changes? What they do is they use these concepts. They use these concepts. What they do is B is what? Bold. This is bold. In which mode? Bold in design mode. In design mode, we use bold. In design mode, we use bold. And suppose I am reviewing. In reviewing, I have to highlight, saying that this line need to be highlighted. Then in review mode, we use which word? Strong. Strong, it is used in review mode. Review mode. That means when you are designing to highlight, use bold. If you are not designer, you are a reviewer. That means your role is reviewing. In review, if you want to highlight, then give it strong. After you give it strong, it will go to the developer again. What the developer will do, he will see that you mentioned strong. That means you mentioned that it is also to be highlighted. Then what he will do, he will remove that strong and change it to bold. That means finally, when a web document goes published, it should not have strong. It should have only bold. Understood? That means a page is designed and reviewed. In designing, some words are used. In reviewing, some other words are used. And finally, when page is going to go live on internet, they are going to publish. In review mode, whatever mentioned, they must be removed. They must be removed and they must be replaced with the design. That means there should not be strong in HTML page. There should be only bold. Then why they given strong also? That is for reviewing. So this reviewing will happen. Already I told you, if you remembered, we discussed about wiki. Remembered? Wiki means quick. Any user can modify. I told you Wikipedia, na? What is the nature of Wikipedia? Wikipedia allows you to make changes. That means you see, suppose we have Wikipedia, wikipedia.org. In Wikipedia, I am searching for some JavaScript. Then it will give some results about JavaScript. Now already some information is written about JavaScript here. If you want to make changes, you can click on edit. You can make changes into it. That is what actually the nature of Wikipedia. And you see, start editing. You see, it shows like this. Here you can make changes. That means I am selecting some sentence. After selecting some sentence, I am making it bold. I am making it bold, but it is not taking bold. B, it is not taking. It is using some other characters. Why some other characters? That is their review style. Everyone have a different review style. Now you made some changes here. You made some changes here. That means you are selecting some and you are making it bold. And their review, they give these type of symbols. Right? Now what happens is, after you submit this, their technical team will be there. The technical team will verify what changes you made. They will accept some changes, they will reject some changes. And after accepting, finally the page will contain everything with the help of which tag? Bold. Or which tag? You can have italic also, same option. I for italic, and EM for emphasize. Emphasized is for EM. Emphasized is same like italic only. For example, see now, I am using bold. Here I am using I. I is for bold italic. Okay, italic, you can give strong emphasize. So this emphasized you can give by using EM also. EM is for emphasize. Now you can see both looks the same here. Then why you have two options? Two options that is not for everybody, that is only for designing and reviewing. So as a designer, you don't worry about EM and strong. You have to know about only bold and italic. So when to use EM? When you are reviewing. When to use strong? When you are reviewing. If you are not reviewing, you are designing, then better you use bold and italic options. Understood? So same thing, why you have two options. That is the reason. That is the reason. Observe carefully here. Suppose if you remembered in MS Word, suppose I am giving U for underline, U for underline. You saw in MS Word, when I am inserting in review mode, it give an underline. Have you observed? That means while inserting some new content, it give an underline. When inserting new content, it give an underline. That is the reason here underline is also defined. Here underline is also defined by INS. INS is also underline. INS indicates that I inserted this line. Now what my designer will do? He will remove that INS and he will keep it underline. Or he will remove that and he will keep it like that. That means INS is used for underline. This is also underline. Why you have two things for underline? Because inserted also underline. Similarly, if you have seen when I deleted anything, what happened? When I deleted anything, it given strikeout. Right? A sentence I deleted, then it given a strikeout. That means here you can use strikeout in two ways. What is that? I will just use strike. Understood? Strike is used for strikeout. That means it will give a strikeout. I can also use that strikeout using another option. What I can do, instead of strikeout, I can use del. Del indicates deleted. So that means in review mode, deleted things are defined with del. And inserted things are defined by using INS. So what are the options to use in review mode? So I for emphasize and above already I given them. So here two options are there. Design mode. What are the options we have to give? Bold. We have to give italic. You have to use underline. You have to use strike. In review mode, we have to use strong, we have to use emphasize, we have to use inserted, we have to use deleted. These are in review mode. Both look same. So finally, when you are publishing a website, it must have which mode related tags? Design mode. Review mode tags should not be there in a page. That is only for verifications. Once finally you are publishing, always you have to keep these design mode things only, right? And already you know the options. Like one more option I told you, if you remembered, why strikeout is used, why underline, not just highlighting, they have certain meanings. I already told you that. Generally, what is the meaning of strikeout if you remembered? I already given that point. Suppose I am going to any mobile, I am selecting any product here. You see here it is giving this strikeout. Strikeout means it is not old price, new price. Strikeout means this price may come back anytime. That is the meaning of strikeout. Strikeout indicates that this line may come back anytime. That is the meaning of strikeout actually. So that means this 12,000, this may change anytime. This 9,000 may change anytime. That means strikeout indicates that it is not old. It indicates that this may come back anytime. Strikeout is used to indicate that it may come back anytime. And here we are defining. So bold, bold, what is the meaning of bold? You know the meaning of bold? For highlight, I can change color now. Why to give bold? What do you think? The meaning of bold? Highlighting, I can give a different color. The meaning of bold means it is highlighted, but it says that with certain rules. That means I am highlighting, it has certain rules. That means it says up to 8,750 off. Do you know that 8,750 is not for everybody? There are some rules for that, right? There are many rules for that, right? Can you exchange every mobile for 8,750? No, there are certain rules for it. That means you are highlighting some sentence with bold, means you are telling that I have some rules related to this. If you have certain rules related to that, then use bold. Bold. That means that is the reason for, as of now, for you people, English is just a language to learn. But in many countries, English is their native language, their expressive language. That is the reason if you are chatting with your client, anybody, and you send some bold letters, in bold you have typed something, then he will be very serious on you. He will say that, why you are imposing some rules on me? That means for you, you don't know anything. Bold, italic, comma, full stop, you don't know where to keep, where to remove. You don't know, you will put 3-4 exclamation marks, you don't know what does that means, majority, right? But remember, when you are talking to a person whose language is English, native language is English, for him a comma, full stop, bold, exclamation, everything matters. Everything matters. That is the reason when you are developing a website, majority of our projects are overseas projects only. 80% of our projects are overseas projects. We should be very careful where you missed an underline, why you used a comma, why you used an exclamation, everything he will ask. One of the problem with UI developer is Java.NET people are safe. Java.NET, PHP, Python, these people are safe. UI developers are not safe because one of the problem in UI designing is your client will sit beside you. He will say that little bit right side, little bit left side, change color like this, change color like that. He will be suggesting you for every line. That means you design one small screen and send him. He will tell 20 corrections in it. You write a Java program and send him. He don't know anything. He will say, okay, you do whatever you know. Understood? That means you design a HTML page and send him. He will tell 100 corrections in it. He will say that, no, I don't want like this, rotate little bit, rotate this way, put this color, put that color. You write a Java.NET program and send him. He don't know anything. He will simply say, you continue, why you are showing me? Right? Why you are sending this? I don't know anything about this. But he knows everything related to websites. That means even he is not a technical person. He can see, he can see what is coming output. Java.NET, they cannot see output until it is finished. HTML, every line he can see what you are doing. That means you finished half page. He will say, show me. I will see that because you can see half page. Right? But you cannot see half program in any technology. You can see half page. You can see left side of page, right side of page. You say that I done only 3 lines, sir. He will say, send those 3 lines. I will see. That is the problem with UI development. You must be very careful in that. That is the reason these all small points also matter. That means why you give bold, why you use strikeout, where to use bold, strikeout, these all, right? For that you have a lot of options. Understood? Review and all. Another superscript, subscript. I hope you all people know what is superscript. SUP. SUP is for superscript. SUB for subscript. I hope you know, right? Subscript and superscript. Superscript is raised from baseline. Am I right? Suppose I am giving some break. I am giving 15th anniversary. Now TH must be raised from baseline. Am I right? If TH have to raise from baseline, so then what you do? We give that TH as superscript. We call it as superscript. That means what you do for this TH. Yeah. So for that TH, CUP, what? Superscript. You can see it will display as raised from baseline. Subscript means lowered from baseline, mostly scientific equations and all some H2O, right? These two must be subscript. Subscript means lowered from baseline. You cannot design mathematical, scientific equations and all. For that we have separate options. So here you have only two, superscript as well as subscript, right? This all comes under font styles and font effects. This is one example I will give. Now, once you know all these, now you can design this website. That means I showed you now Flipkart. That means we can open this website. That means we can design something like this. For that, we have to know bold, we have to know strikeout, we have to know list. Am I right? Now we will try to design this screen. For that, we need to add images. We will use that images also. That we'll see in tomorrow's session. Right? In tomorrow's session, we will learn how to put images and we will design these screens. We will create such screens. Okay? Tomorrow we will continue. Right?